to the Missy K's Loose Lips Show. We are live on Facebook, and you can also catch us on YouTube. So this is our Mother's Day edition. So happy Mother's Day, ladies. Happy Mother's Day. This is my mom, y'all, in case y'all didn't know. I know y'all already know. Y'all follow us. It's my mama. So, mama, give me a kiss. Happy Mother's Day. So I'm going to introduce our panel to my right, Miss Lady D's.
Good evening.
Woo-hoo. And we got my girl over here, Miss Lala Young.
Hey.
And today we have a special guest in the house because it's Mother's Day. We have Miss Jackie Grimes.
Jackie. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Now, Jackie is the mother to actor, producer Kareem Grimes.
Yes.
And so since she is the mother extraordinaire,
Right.
we are going to have her to weigh in on our hot topic for today, which is a mother's message to her son.
Oh,
Are you guys ready for that?
Oh, yes.
I know I am.
I got a lot of messages.
This show is going to be close to my heart, and I'm just ready for it. You guys ready for it?
Yes.
I'm ready for it. So later on, at the end of the show, if you guys submitted your pictures on my Facebook page where I ask you to post a picture of your sons, of mothers with your sons, then that video will run at the end of the show. So I want to thank everyone for taking the time to post those pictures for us.
Thank
so
you.
we're going to get started, and I don't know who let the dogs out. Woo, woo. Hey. So let's get started, ladies. So we're going to get started with our luscious host, Miss Lala Young. And she's going to talk about what's on everyone's lips. Uh-oh. She don't want Beyonce on us. I think she took my eye out.
You know what? No, this stuff is getting on my damn nerves. I'm about to cut it all off. I'm so sick of it. It's so hot. It's burning up. No.
I think she's having her own personal summer, y'all. You're not old enough for that yet.
No, I'm not, but I'm telling you, it feels like it. Like, I don't know.
It could be
Like,
personal.
It could be. You
It's
know,
possible.
my
All
dude ain't home and shit.
You know what?
That
What
ain't
are we
got nothing
talking
to do
about?
with
Okay, so we're
You
talking
know
about
what?
what's on
She getting
everyone's
started already.
lips. And I used to say, it used
We know
to
what's
be
on her
me.
lips. Well, what's not on her lips. So
I'm sorry, Mom.
That's okay.
She's new. We cannot do that. Okay.
Be nice.
Right, we got to be nice.
We have moments.
we have moments.
Oh, well,
She said we have
we will
moments.
be talking about that later. Okay, so
Sidebar.
Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez.
Football
Okay.
player.
Yes, he is.
Young
Very
guy.
adorable.
Too bad.
He
Thug.
was. Well, he was.
He's a
He
thug.
was. You're right.
But he was still handsome.
He was
That's-
handsome. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
he was
all I'm saying.
definitely.
God bless his
But it
soul.
was-
Committed some
it was
murders.
his upbringing too. You know, sometimes the streets tend to turn you dirty, and he was out there in those streets.
Heavy.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I sometimes I just don't like the fact that we allow the streets to take, unless it's parents or whatever.
Yeah.
So being so influenced by what's going on out there, then it says a lot about that man. You know.
Yes.
So he
His
did commit
choices.
a couple of murders that he was let off. But what happened is when he was in jail, they found him not guilty on 2 charges, but he was still serving life sentence.
Right. Oh.
Okay,
else.
for something
Okay.
else previous or after the other murders. So, but what he did is hung himself in the jail, and there
Yeah.
was a letter that was written after he hung himself to his wife, and they also say to his gay lover.
Oh,
What
in
a
prison.
twist. I
It was
wasn't
a
ready.
twist. Nobody talks about it though.
I
but
wasn't ready.
They
Were you ready
said,
for
yeah,
that?
to his
Didn't
gay
know.
lover in jail, but also to his wife, letting her know that she was rich. Because in Massachusetts, if you are not guilty, then the money that he was due from the football team,
Right, from NFL.
he was due to, they were due to give it to him. So his wife would inherit the $6 million to be able to take care of him. So that's why he killed himself.
I was wondering if there was some type of clause, like with the insurance, because I know with his insurance you can't collect if he commits suicide. So I was wondering if the NFL has some type of clause in their contracts as
But
well,
it's his
as they
pension.
should.
But if it's pension opposed to insurance, it
Yeah,
should
they're
be
different
different.
rules, right.
He's still entitled to it because he
Right.
has a wife and kids. So she may be entitled to $6 million. So that's why they're saying that he killed himself. But we'll find that out later if that's actually the case. So I actually,
That is the rumor.
that's the rumor. I was more worried about
Well, let me ask you a question. So is that if he's found, okay, because he was already serving time,
Right.
a life sentence for something. So he had been found guilty of something.
But then those 2 cases, they found him not guilty, so he was still in appeals for the trial, so he was not.
Oh, he was in appeal for the first trial.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
it
what I said.
wasn't done, and that's why he.
Okay. I
They
get
said
it
he
now.
killed himself. So,
Okay.
which was really interesting. But like we were talking about earlier, I just didn't think he was smart enough to do that. So it was probably something
I'm sure
his
the attorney advised him.
advised
Yeah.
him that this is something you may want to do. Of course,
I
they're
don't know
not
if he
going
would
to
say
say that.
part.
I
Well,
can apply. Look, I
If
can
he had
apply.
a gay lover, he could have had something that he could not get rid of.
Oh, all right.
Look at all
You
these
know.
little twists going on this show today.
A lot of different things
But
going
was that
on.
in the letter that he left behind? I didn't know he had anything about a gay lover.
Yep.
That's the first I heard
That's
that.
what it said. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Wow. He's
Well,
supposed
what
to
else is
survive
he
this.
going to do?
But you know, like Jackie was saying, his life was full of trouble, and it's like he carried these people with him. He never tried to shake them.
Right.
Whatever he was doing, they were involved.
Right.
You
In
know, there was a
everything that
lot
he
of
did.
criminal things that he did, even after he became a professional.
You always said, do not become a product of your environment.
Yeah.
And
Right.
some people just don't know how to not adapt to their situation.
Yeah, doesn't sound like he was trying to adapt. These were his
Well, he
homies,
wasn't. He
and
just-
he took them wherever he went.
Right. He just had a job that paid him a lot of money. It didn't
That's all
change
it
what he
was.
was doing. He was doing
Yeah.
what he enjoyed doing, and
Wow.
it gave him a lot of money. So it doesn't change the person. If he still was a thug in the beginning, he'll be a thug at the end.
That's
So,
very unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
One of the reasons why I brought up the Aaron Hernandez and the fact that he killed himself. Have you guys noticed that a lot more kids, younger kids, black kids, are killing themselves? And they've done it on social media.
Yeah, what is up with that?
The devil is busy.
There you
to
go.
say the least.
Or it's,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking because a lot of times people who are committing suicide either have depression or some type of mental illness, and no one is actually paying attention to them. So now you have an audience, so they're like, well, now you are going to pay attention to me.
Right,
That's like
right.
social killers, serial killers.
Right.
So they don't keep going into because they only keep going because they know people are talking about it. If people wasn't talking about the things that they were doing, they wouldn't do it. So now you have everybody
That's
that's
an
on
element
social
of it.
media and they're talking and they sharing and they getting all of this attention.
Right.
So you're
But it's
gonna hear me
dealt
now.
with depression.
Right.
You
And
know,
it's-
so when
that's-
you're
we as
depressed,
parents,
you do
yeah.
some strange things.
We need to start talking to our kids more, you
Right.
know, so that we can, you know, see where
See
our
what's going
kids'
on in their
heads
heads.
are. You know, especially with all the bullying situations,
Mhm.
because one of the situations was a bullying issue.
Right.
You know, so wow, that is so sad. It breaks my heart. It really
It was
does.
actually another couple that was on there, a young girl who I think she was probably like I don't even think she was 21. Beautiful young girl, and she was dealing with depression. And they showed all her pictures on social media. She died on, I believe, the 19th. She killed herself on the 19th. And her boyfriend, because they were blaming him for it, he killed himself on the 21st.
Wow.
So and the thing is, before he did it, he had this long little live view and he was talking about it. And then people are saying, well, why people should take away the live feature on Facebook. But if you're seeing your kids and they're talking and they're putting up certain posts and they're doing certain things, those are like signs. Those are signs to you to not ignore.
But they don't really need the live feed to do that. Every cell phone has a video feature, and they can always just upload the video from their phones. So I don't think that that's really the solution.
It's not,
you know.
but coming from someone who has issues already, they're not thinking, so what's a better way for me to upload this? They're not thinking that. They're just like, okay, I got people right here looking at me right now. I'm going to do this. So, and I even can't see that because I don't know anyone that has committed suicide or who's been so depressed that I may kill myself. We just wasn't born or raised to give up. You keep going, you know?
Absolutely.
And mental illness, we don't go get help for that. Oh, you just go sit down somewhere. We
Right.
don't. Blacks do not.
You
go
pray.
and
You
get
pray
help.
your way through it, and that's it.
Exactly, and not deal with the situation at hand. So it's a reality check because you see a lot more kids doing it. Not even that, you see men, older black men killing their wives and then themselves. When I was growing up, I've never seen that. Never heard about it. Now you see a lot of it. They commit a crime and then they kill themselves. It's just weird to me. I've never seen that. So
I think it's always been. It's just now we have social media and everything is
Out
more
there.
prevalent.
Right.
So
I dealt with
that's
it in
more exposure.
I dealt with it in middle school,
yeah,
and I can
been around.
honestly say that it traumatized me for a very long time. But it is, you know, what it is. So, what else were we talking about, Lala?
Well, to get off of that, we're talking about the guy that was drugged off the plane. They have a lot of issues
Delta.
on Delta.
Now
and-
Delta. So first it was
United.
Hawaiian,
Oh, I
then
think it's
United,
United,
and now we got Delta. These airlines don't lost their cotton picking minds, as my granddaddy would say.
Well, yeah, United, they just settled. They were like, we're not going to court.
But just the other day,
As
there
they should.
was Delta. There was a lady leaving Chicago going to Ohio,
Mhm.
and her husband was trying to get in touch with her, but her phone was either messed up or it was turned off. But this guy got in touch with Delta Airlines and said that the son was like in not a good place in the hospital, and they really needed her there.
Mhm.
And they talked to the pilot. The pilot actually turned the plane around,
Oh,
got
that's
the
nice.
lady to back to Chicago. They had booked her a flight to go to Ohio, where
Right.
she
Nice,
needed
PR.
to go, and put her up in a hotel.
Yeah.
So they're trying.
That's a nice positive spin to the stuff
Right.
that they've been doing.
Right.
Because in this case,
Mhm.
they threatened the family. It was a family.
They
It
put
was a
them in
husband
jail.
and wife and their
Right.
babies. And
Right.
you're going to tell this man and his wife, okay, if you don't get off this plane or you don't, fix
Give
the
up your
situation,
seat.
you're going
Give up
what?
the
You going to
baby seat.
jail? And did you say my
Yeah.
baby going to foster care?
Yeah,
What?
that's
They
crazy.
did.
Who
Yeah,
trains these
yeah.
people?
Because I think normally
I'm
with
gonna,
the kids,
you know
yeah.
what? I'm gonna start my own airline customer service class because these people have lost their minds. I am
Yeah.
so serious. It's like the simplest things. Okay. Now, in their defense, in Delta's defense, in this story,
Mhm.
in this situation, it's one of those.
Right.
The fact that they threatened the family and the way that they threatened them was unacceptable.
Right.
However, your son, they sent their teenager ahead
On a different
on a
plane.
different flight, and that was his seat, and they figured that they can just put their 2-year-old in the seat, but that's not how that works.
Right.
Every seat and every person has to be
Be
accounted
accounted for.
for.
Exactly.
So if your son is not there, they have people on standby
Right.
that has to fill that seat, or they can fill that seat with.
Yeah. It's
You know-
both of them. How did they even let the car seat get past them? Because they're not even supposed to take the car seat up
Well,
on.
they said
or
they
the
talked
seat.
to the representatives at the gate. They knew they had, and that's what their plan was.
Oh, wow.
But
That's not
which
normal.
makes sense if they paid for the dang seat. I own it.
But
If
it's
I don't
not
do anything
transferable.
with it, I paid for it.
But it's not transferable. So if you miss your flight, Lady D's, you missed your flight.
Yeah.
Your seat is up for grabs for somebody who
A
can sit
standby.
in that seat.
Right.
Okay, but if this family was on the plane, and they sent the other one, I don't know why they sent him ahead. Maybe because they needed that extra seat for the baby. I don't
That's
know why.
Yeah.
That is why
Okay, because I didn't hear the extra part.
they stated that.
But
They said that they wanted the 2-year-old to have his own seat, and so therefore they sent the teenager ahead so that the child could sit in the
Right.
seat. They were coming back from Maui.
But did they
So-
discuss that with the airlines?
They said they
They
discussed
said
it
they
with,
did.
with the representatives at the check-in, but not at
Not
the
the
gate or
airline,
not on
no.
the plane. Those are the
No.
people that take
That's
care of that.
supposed-
Everybody
exactly.
has their own lane.
But
Right.
everybody should put stuff in the computer so it can follow
You would think.
them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You would think.
But that person has no weight. That person is there to sell you a ticket, get your bag, and keep you moving. They
Right.
have nothing to do with what's going on at the gate. That's just like me going and, overriding something that my manager says. That's not my lane. That's for her to make that decision, not for you to tell them what we're going to do up here
Right.
because it's not the right information. And if it was left up to me, that person would be fired. But y'all know me.
Fired.
I'm like,
Fired.
but, like I said, my only gripe with the situation is the fact that they threatened the
Threaten
family.
them.
And you're going to threaten my baby. I'm a
Exactly.
mama bird. I don't play when it comes to my kids.
Right.
You can say whatever you want to say to me. You could have even threatened me with going to jail. But you going to tell me you're going to call social services to take my baby? Are you
That's
kidding
not
me?
cool.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Happy Mother's Day.
I know y'all understand me. So we want to thank Lala Young for her What's on Everyone's Lips, giving us that information.
That was good for Mother's Day.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
thank you.
So we're going to transition into our next segment, and that's Lady D's. Lady D's give us our advice and tips on dating
After 50.
after 50.
All right, come on with it.
Good.
I still want to hear it at 40. So let's go.
Right.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My question tonight is, am I still desirable? And I think that a lot of men and women after 50 are still asking themselves those questions. So my question to the panel, first of all, is considering the life of a 50 or a 60-year-old and looking for a mate, name one thing that you think that might be undesirable or a deal breaker.
Jackie?
Us?
Marriage. If this person is married, I don't want to be bothered.
Okay.
Do a mic test for me.
Testing.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Okay, so Jackie
Marriage.
says marriage.
I mean,
Ain't
I
no
love
married
men,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want a married man.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
I've been
You don't wanna
celibate
share.
now for 15 years.
How you do
Okay.
that?
Because
You
I
don't
got
wanna-
toys.
100.
That's why I
It's
said you
loose
don't want
lips.
to know that.
I
It's
got
loose
toys.
lips.
She's huge.
She got
Yeah.
toys.
And
Okay.
it's like too many diseases out here.
Yeah.
And now they got men trying to take off their condoms, and it's
I
like,
read
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. Right.
that's so stupid.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And it's like, because I had put my life on hold to raise my children.
Yes.
Right.
I decided that it's me. It's about me. I'm going
That's
to
right.
enjoy
As
that.
you should.
And since I haven't found anybody to treat me like the queen that I know that I am,
That's right.
Treat yourself.
Do you date at all?
I've been on a couple of dates,
Mhm.
but most men that I date, I said two broke people don't have no business together.
No. Thank you.
I mean, seriously.
Tell the truth, shame
we
the
can
devil.
we can be friends,
Mm-mm.
but I just can't be with nobody that really can't do what Jackie does.
Right.
Yes.
You know, I got a house to pay for.
Lady D said she not
She don't
tripping
care.
on her man with the money thing
She
'cause she
independent.
got money. I'm going to need you to have yours too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not footing the bill for these trips that I
Don't
want to
talk
go
about
on.
me like I'm not in the room.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Hey, mommy.
So, Lala,
Mm. What's the
But we
deal
can take trips
breaker?
by ourselves with friends. You don't have to like always drag somebody along. That you
Oh, I
pay
don't drag anyone.
that you have to pay. That's all I was
for. That you
saying.
gotta pay for.
That's all I was saying.
Listen,
Like, if
see-
you want to go with me, I'm going to need you to
She
fund
missed the
your
point.
portion.
She missed the point.
Of the
She told it went totally over her head.
Because you said,
Lala, what's your response?
don't want no
'Cause she's not
broke,
talking about
broke
anything over
man.
here.
What's the question again?
She said, what's the question?
For a
Pop
50
quiz.
or 60-year-old, what do you perceive a deal breaker being for male or female?
She ain't 50 or 60.
Not even close.
She doesn't have
but
to be. Neither
That's
are
what
you.
you said.
I'm thinking at 50,
said-
he should still have his
that
stuff
what she
together,
said?
like
Okay.
on the travel, and
Oh,
he
my
can't still
God.
be trying to build some stuff. I know we talk about that all
Yes.
the time. I need you to be already together. Not but at
Yes.
50, I want to just
Say
travel.
that.
I don't want you still worrying about your kids and your baby mama and my car. I don't want no car. I gotta catch the bus, and I don't want to deal with all of that. You should be okay.
She gonna make me
50,
shout.
She's talking about kids. We don't have kids.
No, there are men that still feel the need to start having kids.
But they're most of them are in a position to take care of them as well.
Okay.
'Cause that's what
No,
they
no,
want.
Let me just tell you this.
Viagra boys.
Not all the time. It's just
Mm.
I've heard and I see and I talk about to different people, and these are situations that happen at 50. And I'm like, you 50.
Your ex-son-in-law just did it at almost 50. So
He's
you
50.
know.
You need
You
to be
know.
okay, because if I'm good and my stuff is taken care of, yours need to be at the same level, and we need to be traveling. I'm not going to do all
Yes.
that at no 50.
Ourtime.com did a survey. And what they
You're not
found
getting
in
What they find.
young people. What they found in as deal breakers for the majority of the older people were poor health,
Yes, I can see that.
because most of them have, spent their lives building careers and they're ready to retire, and too many have not taken care of themselves. They're broke down and sick, and nobody signs up to be a nurse.
Absolutely not.
If we're in a relationship for a while and something happens, because that can happen to anybody, something can occur, an illness. Okay, then I'm in it, but you don't go in signing up to be a nurse.
I'm
Okay?
not doing it at 40.
I think men look for women to take care of them. When they get to a certain age, they
do.
run the street, do their thing, and then they look for that one woman that's been there through all of that
What about the
BS.
women looking for somebody to take care of
No,
them?
no. Wait a minute. We good. Wait. I'm talking about men look for women that's going to be there to wipe their butt and pick up after this. And no, men do that.
Women
They have been
also.
pampered by their mother.
they do.
Exactly.
All
I'm saying
their
they
life.
do that. It's like, I'm going to run the street. They always pick that one woman that's been there through all
Ride
the
or
little
die
stuff.
chick.
Oh, I'm going to marry
Yep.
her because
Yep.
she the one going to do all this and that stuff because the other woman ain't doing that.
So
Will
you
you
blame the
marry
man
me?
for that? You blame the man?
No, I blame the woman
Thank
because they
you.
allow it. But I'm saying that's what men
don't
do.
He
blame
can't do
It
any
is
more
what
than
it
she
is.
allows him to
Hey,
do.
but men do it. I'm just saying.
What else they talk
Anyway,
about?
they talk about financial stability.
At over 50, 60, I hope you got some kind of stability going on.
SSI.
Well, the thing of no SSI, because the bottom line is one of the things that happens is when you get to a certain age, you know, if you both are drawing Social Security, that it cuts down what you bring in.
That's it.
Yeah. It's not as cut and dry as people think it is.
Okay.
People, they live their lives, you know, like, you know, well, I can live off of SSI and all that stuff, but you need to do some research.
Yeah, if you didn't
because
plan
it's
properly,
not.
you don't switch from job to job and you taking out your 401k and say, I'm just going to take that L on that 20, just run me my money.
Yeah.
You know, and then by the time you retire, you ain't got nothing left. And now you got to keep working till you're 90.
Yeah,
But
so
people
you
get
know,
it
so
together.
if man or female, it doesn't matter, have worked all their lives to build a nest egg, as they
Yes.
used to call it, you know, to be able to live a comfortable life when they retire. The last thing you need is someone who has nothing to bring to the pot,
Right.
Absolutely.
you know, and so that's
agree.
another a big turnoff. And the last thing is not being physically attractive.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And I know from my own experiences.
She talking about those Dickie do me.
Let me tell you something.
You know those, Jackie? You know the ones?
First
They
of all,
can't
let me
even
talk
find
to you
it. They ain't
guys.
seen it
Okay.
themselves in forever. Oh,
Men
go ahead,
and
Lady D.
women, when you get a certain age, first of all, it should start at the age of these people. Okay, you should start taking care of yourself at the age of these people. Because by the time you get to my age, it's almost too late. Seriously. These people are so broke
It's
down.
never too late
a lot
if
of it
you
is
take care of yourself.
That's right.
Seriously.
That's true. However, if you're taking care of yourself all along, instead of waiting until you get 50 or 60 to start, you're further along down the line.
Right.
There's some things that you can develop when you get to that age that it can be maintained, but it can't be taken care of, which could have been prevented by certain things,
Right.
a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
you know, men they dress like men and women. These big old worn out leather belts and these jeans that have not been replaced for 20 years. Those dirty
Back
run
on
over
that again.
tennis shoes. They look like you found them in a dumpster somewhere. You know,
Where these men at?
I mean,
I know 'em.
seriously. It's as simple as being well groomed. Trim your
Yes.
beard, trim your mustache. You know, take care of your skin. You know, buy some up to date clothes.
Right.
You know, it's really okay. You know, and throw away them raggedy swap meet tennis shoes that are 20 years old, because that's what you see a lot.
Yes,
It's
right.
really a
Those
turn
are
off.
the bim bam, thank you, ma'am, and that's all I need.
No,
all
I
they
know
good
some
for.
that are really, they could be potentially solid men, but for me, I tell people I am visual.
Yes.
I'm very visual, and you know they say, well, you need to look at the mind. I don't see the freaking mind first.
Oh, I do.
I see how you look, but
Yeah.
when you see me coming, you don't see my mind.
Nope.
You don't see I'm smart. You don't see
Not
you
at
know
all.
that none of that. You see how I look,
Mhm.
how I'm dressed,
Yes.
how I carry myself,
Yes.
and possibly that gets your attention.
Right.
Right.
And it's the same way for both sex. You know, I like a man who's tall, dressed nice slacks. I look at everything.
Right.
You know, it's like, okay, point one. And then we go on to, when we get to introductions, okay, can you talk?
Conversation.
And then, you know, if he doesn't sound like an idiot, you know, then we go a little further. And I get to find out what's in his head.
Right.
That's right.
Because I met a
lady.
very eligible gentleman recently,
Yeah.
and he was boring as watching paint dry. I am not
That's
exaggerating. And he wanted to spend money, but that's not me. I don't need you to buy me. You can't buy me.
Right.
You know, I need to be able to have a conversation with you. I need to be able to enjoy you.
Absolutely.
And I've
asked
gone
her,
to
I
Home
said-
Depot and had some wonderful conversations with some wonderful men. But then I found out that a lot of them are pending a divorce.
Oh, no.
Or my wife lives over here and I live over there. And it's like, you know, it was good that I got into your head and I found out.
Right.
I mean, they
And
look
yeah.
raggedy, but, you know, they
Can't
had,
do raggedy.
they had good thoughts, but they were doing wrong things.
You know what's bad about raggedy is because when you get with them, they don't want to change. They like where they are.
Yes, they do.
And the argument is, this is how I look when you met me. I don't do.
That's why I'm gonna leave you right
School's
there
out.
at Home Depot. So if you guys, if you need more advice on being more desirable after 50, inbox Lady D's.
Right.
Missy K's Loose Lip Show, and she'll give you more of those dating advice shows
Plus.
tips. So thank you, Lala Young. Thank
Yes,
you, Lady
you're welcome,
D's.
baby.
We're going to move on with our show. We're going to get ready for our live performance.
Yes.
Woo, woo. And so right now we're going to bring back our
baby.
announcer, Miss Keisha Cali.
Keisha.
From
go,
the Keisha
baby.
Cali
Hey,
Kickback
what's
Show
up,
on
ladies?
Excellent
What's up?
Radio. Hey! Welcome.
Welcome.
And we're going to
Thank you
leave
for
her
having
to
me.
this. Let's go, ladies.
Every time she sit down.
Every time I sit
Every
down.
time she sit down.
Thank you, ladies. It's such an honor to be here once again. Thank you so much for having me. Like she said, I am the Lady Keisha Cali. You can find me live on Accelerated Radio every Wednesday with the Keisha Cali Kickback from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm here with the Loose Lips News. First up, let me get it together. You know, you got to put these codes in because people be looking in your phone. And happy Mother's Day to everyone, especially my mom. I love you, Mama. Booty Mama. So, Mainline Entertainment and California Skate Line Company presents State of Mind featuring David Banner. David Banner Speaks is where tickets can be found at Eventbrite. It is a open forum where there be successful entrepreneurs that will give you tips on starting your own business, leadership, marketing, and all those great, wonderful things that can help you enhance your business. Once again, it's sponsored by California Skate Line Company, and you can follow them on all social media sites at California Skate Line Company. It will be held in Sacramento, California, July 16th, 2017, and you can reference the Loose Lips Radio Show Facebook page for future information. Also on June 17th, it's the Juneteenth celebration in Compton, California, CPT. Yes, and that will be going on at tomorrow's, don't you tell me because I said it the first time, Aeronautical Museum. It's the first annual Juneteenth celebration. And you want to be there because it's going to be on. And guest DJ Sir Jinx, my guy, and I met him a couple of times. He's a great guy. But if you know Sir Jinx, you know he likes to get it going. So you guys come on out, celebrate our heritage, celebrate our people, and all those wonderful things that goes on in June. You know, summer, the Keisha Cali Kickback, June 17th at the J Spot. Find me there. But yes, once again, it's the Juneteenth special celebration, and that will be held 961 West Alondra in Compton, California. Once again, 961 West Alondra in Compton, California. That's the Juneteenth celebration, and it will be spent out by Sir Jinx. I'm your girl, Keisha Cali, here with the Loose Lips News. What you want?
I'm coming in.
She
Incoming! What's up, y'all? We want to thank Keisha Cali from the
Hey.
Keisha Cali Kickback Show
Thank you
for
for having
our
me.
announcements.
Yes.
We love her.
I love you.
She's so crazy.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mommy.
I go cry.
I know, right? Anyway.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. We want to
Yes.
thank Keisha Cali for our announcements. Make sure to check out Keisha Cali on the Keisha Cali Kickback Show on Accelerated Radio on Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yes.
All right.
You can
Download
find
that
Erica there too. I mean, Missy K.
Yeah, I'm going to beat you
Missy
to say
K.
that one more time.
Missy K.
We're gonna, Missy K.
She gonna be there too.
All right,
Check
you guys.
us out.
We're going to get into our live performance. We have a
Hey.
special performer in the house. I want you guys to give it up real good for my boy, Jabbin' J. Lamont.
Yes.
Woo!
Sing, Jay.
Hey. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Going to do a special song that I co-wrote with my producer, Trey Balfour. It's called You and Me. Want to dedicate this to all the ladies out there, so hope you enjoy it. Y'all groove with me now. Come on, groove with me. Everybody clap your hands wherever you are. To all the ladies, shout out to Missy K and the Loose Lips Show. Standing here and I'm daydreaming. There you were before my eyes. The love I have, I can bring it. Just as simple as can be. All you have to do is just say it, and it will be just you and me. Oh, you and me got to be one step at a time. I got your back, you got mine. Oh, this is it, perfect fit. Finally made it real. Walking down the aisle, you and me, as of now, it's official. We have finally sealed the deal. Henceforth now and forever. Can't believe that this is real. This is real. The love I have, I can bring it. It's just me and you will be. Oh, you and me got to be one step at a time. I got your back, you got mine. Oh, this is it, perfect fit. Finally made it real. Walking down the aisle, you and me belong together forever. You and me, we belong together. You and me got to be one step at a time. I got your back, you got mine. This is it, perfect fit. Finally made it real. Walking down the aisle. You and me got to be one step at a time. I got your back, you got mine. This is it, perfect fit. Finally made it real. Walking down the aisle, you and me. Thank you, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies, all the mothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just got serenaded by Jammin' J. Lamont.
Yes.
Come on to the set. See, this is what happens when you're live, y'all. You know, stuff just happens. Jackie, come on
to the
back.
set.
Lala, let's switch. We weren't ready. We were enjoying that song.
Did you like it?
Yeah, that was lovely.
Thank
We're
you
going to
so
talk about
much.
it when I sat down. See? I know.
Thank you.
So, Jay, thank you
Yes.
for that song.
First time I doing this live on your show.
Oh, well, hey.
Especially
I
doing a
feel
vocal
privileged.
performance. No
We're-
comedy. So.
We're so used to you doing comedy.
Yes.
You know, that we don't even get a chance to enjoy you actually singing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that I really sang because I actually started out in an R&B group before I got into comedy.
What was that group?
It was a little small group that we started in college. We were actually recording some demos at the time. That was really my plan. I was going to be a musical artist with the group, the guys that I was with, but everybody had their own thing going on, so it just didn't work out like we thought. We had a few people that we spoke to who was going to hook us up with a few record labels. That didn't work out.
Yeah, you know how that go.
But at the time, I was doing talent shows all around, even on campus where I went to school at, making people laugh. So I said, you know what? In the meantime, I'll just go ahead and make people laugh and mix my musical talents with comedy.
Right.
Yes.
And next thing
And
you
you
know,
do very well.
thank you very much.
Yes.
Right.
So,
You know, you have 2 #1 fans here, so.
bless you, bless you. I appreciate you.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
indeed.
So what do you have coming up?
Well, I got a few things coming up. Actually, I'm going to be going on tour with a couple of artists. I'm doing some dates with Jeffrey Osborne later this year.
Nice.
Just actually did a big show in San Diego with Keith Sweat, Anthony Hamilton.
Right.
Who else was on it? Teddy Riley and Guy.
Yes.
And
That was on the
Dave Hollister.
29th,
A lot of
right?
people didn't know, huh? That was last weekend.
Yeah, the 29th.
Yeah, the week before, the
missed
29th. That's right, yeah, the 29th.
That was my birthday.
That was your birthday?
It was. Coming.
Just a little delayed birthday song.
Right.
Thank you.
Had to do that for you.
That was so special.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah.
So you're gonna be in that's in Virginia, right?
Yeah, I got to be. It's a big festival. I'm gonna be performing in Hampton, Virginia. That's later in the fall. I'll be with Jeffrey Osborne, Stephanie Mills in Memphis later this summer, and also got a couple of dates coming up with Babyface, Fantasia. So do a lot of concert events all around the country. So and I got a couple of comedy shows coming up as well. Going to Martha's Vineyard. I'll probably be traveling to London also later on because I'm also a member of a jazz a cappella quintet. So that's like another side job.
So you know that this is Jackie Grimes. This is my girl.
I
right
recognize her. I thought I knew who she
here.
was.
This is her first time coming on the show, and it's her first time seeing you perform.
So it reminded me of Will Downing, and I love Will Downing.
Good friend of mine. I've worked with him a few times.
honey,
I'll tell
I
him
love
that you're a fan. I will let him know.
And as much as I love that performance, I can't let you go without giving me some Barack Obama.
You want a little sample of some stuff,
I gotta get some Barack.
Because I know we're all missing.
Can I get a little Barack?
Because I do a bit in my show now. It's called The Days After the White House with Barack Obama.
All right.
What has he been up to? What is he saying? You want me to do it?
What has Obama been up to?
Let me set it off like this. I'm going to do it like from the special news bulletin. This is a special news bulletin for the days after the White House with President Barack Obama. What has he been up to these days? What a great day. And it's been hard. But I'm grateful that I am not in that White House. I have never been happier than today, all the days of my life. And I will say this on the Loose Lip Show. I told Michelle on that day after the White House, Miss Jackie, I said to Michelle, light it up.
Light it up.
Pass it around. Pour me a drink.
Fuck you.
I am so glad to be out of that White House. I can say whatever I want to say. Throw your hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. The roof is on fire. We won't need any water. Let me, I know.
You know the rest, Jamie.
We will not go no further.
Well, thank you, Barack, for giving the people in Chicago the money so the kids can have jobs over the summer.
Yes.
You are too kind.
That's a blessing.
I have to do what I have to do. The things that I accomplished, I know they're trying to tear it up right now. I won't say who's over there, but you know. But I'm not going to, I'm going to leave that alone. Because if I want to go gangster, I can. And say some things that I could never say right here.
Right.
I will never do that.
Never.
1, 2, 3, and to the 4.
What?
Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre's on the fly. I just got carried away. I'm so sorry. I just got carried away. I'm so sorry.
Well, if you don't say it, I will. Goodbye, Rahm Emanuel.
Oh.
Jackie is old.
I am from Chicago.
Chi-Town in the house.
To shut down 50 schools where kids need to be
That's
in
crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's beyond
It
crazy.
is.
And I'm mad at the country right now because they really should have came to the polls and voted in November.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we have to
Suck it up.
We got to deal with this.
Suck it up.
It's crazy. I can imagine what he's really saying right now. He's probably somewhere laughing. Oh, yeah, I know they miss me now.
Oh, yeah, right?
I bet you miss me now.
Run me my $400 grand.
Oh, yeah. Don't look this way. Don't look this way. You should have voted. You should have voted. Oh, there's no way in the world. Oh, yeah. Slip, hip, hop, hippity, hip, hip. How do you don't stop rocking to the bang, bang,
with you
boogie?
right now.
So you have to the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
So, again, thank you. We want you to stick around for our next topic.
Yes, ma'am. I sure will.
And so we're going to get right into the MECK's soapbox moment.
Yes.
Okay, and this is the reason why Jackie is here with us today. So my soapbox moment is it's called A Message from a Mother to Her Son. And what it is it's giving advice from one mother to another mother for your son. Not just, I don't want to just general parenting advice because our boys are going through so much in these streets. And I'm not even talking about just our babies because I have young boys. My boys are 12 and 14. And although they need advice and they need to be reached, even our grown men at even Jam and Jay's age, you still need advice from your mother or from a mother. A mother. So that's what the show is about tonight. And I have a few questions, and I'm just going to throw them out there to the ladies or to the mothers. And, Jay, I want you to respond as well, to how we give advice. Because, none of us are married at the moment. You know, so we can only give the advice that we can give our boys. You know what I'm saying, ladies? So, question number 1. What advice would you give your son at whatever age for dating older women? So my boys are 12 and 14. What I just say? Yeah, 12 and 14. They're about to have birthdays. I'm trying to catch.
Right.
I'm trying to get them out the house real quick. So what advice would you give
Not to do
Lionel?
it. Not to do it.
Not to do it.
Mm-mm.
That's it.
I would be
Just
called,
don't do
no,
it.
she's too old. She's just too old. She knows too much. You're not there yet. Mentally, you're not there. You still
Okay.
looking at cartoons. And that's pretty much it. You don't need to be doing that.
Okay.
So,
Lady D's, now your son is an adult and he's married, but what if he wasn't and he wanted to date an older woman, a woman your age? What kind of advice would you give your son?
Based on my son's age, I would try to discourage him. Two different worlds. I think it does matter the distance between the age.
It does.
If you talk about my son versus my age, we're talking about, 30? No, Jesus, 20 years? Almost exactly 20 years. And so I think that it's really more of on an individual basis. Let me put it that way, especially if they're both grown. We're talking about grown people. I'm not talking about teenagers.
Right.
My son is grown. He's a grown man. And if he was not single and he was dating someone my age, heck, if it's working for them, it's working for them.
yeah. Mine's is only 14.
My advice
It's
would be a
different
little
when they're
different.
younger.
What about
When
you?
they're younger, we would.
Because your son
my
is younger than
older.
her son. So,
My son is 40.
mm-hmm.
Okay. I would suggest that if he got with an older woman, to make sure that they have a lot in common.
Yes.
If they don't, just like you said, give it up.
Yeah, because like Lala said,
Different
the
mindsets.
interest. Do you guys have the same interest? Like you said, she's way too mature for you.
Right.
Why are you even doing that?
But like I always tell Kareem, I said, you know what? When you put God first and let him lead your life, you're going to be all right.
Absolutely.
And that's why he's all right now, because he definitely has God in his life, and he thinks of others before he thinks of himself, even though his sister doesn't think that, because she thinks that Kareem doesn't give me the attention that I deserve to be his mother. But like I tell her, Kareem has a life of his own.
Right.
As long as I can take care of myself, I'm okay.
Right. Yeah. Now, for me, I've already told my boys, pretty much how I feel about them dating older women. I would like for them to bring the women home and allow me to meet this woman and sit down with her face to face as I dismiss my boys to go get some milk. And she won't be there when they get back. That's just me, though. Y'all may not agree. Yeah, it ain't going down. So, how do you, Jam and Jay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your mom is no longer with us.
My mother's deceased. Yeah, I
She
miss her.
is.
Yes.
How do you think your mother would feel about you dating a woman of a different ethnicity?
Well, you know what? I don't want to get too deep, but I will admit I have an older brother who actually is married to someone the opposite of his race.
Okay.
And it was a big issue in the family, especially with my mom and a few other folks. Man, I think she would probably have a big issue if I did it too, because I remember at the time that when my brother and this individual got married, of course, she looked at me one day and she said, "Please don't let me down."
Oh, wow.
And I knew what that
so
meant.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that she was prejudiced or nothing like that. It's just that,
Right.
We have beautiful women in our race. So what's going on? What's wrong?
Yeah, that's definitely one of those upbringing things.
Yeah.
It depends on what generation your parents were, raised in, and for like
Because my dad
your
would
generation,
have been upset.
Your
Yeah.
parents ain't having it.
My mom wouldn't have
You know.
mattered, but my dad.
Now, as for me, my boys actually prefer to date women that are not of color.
Because
And it's not
that's what they've been raised around.
exactly,
though.
and it's not that that they have an issue, that they take issue with women of color. It's just that's what they prefer. That's what they like. You know, maybe it's the long hair that's not a weave. I don't know. But, you know, that's their preference, and I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with it. What about you, Lala?
Well, I don't put color on anything, and my son, oh God, he is
Y'all
on my
see that?
nerves. My son is just, oh my goodness, he loves everybody. He has this big heart, but he knows he's not supposed to be dating until he's 16, because you have everything else that you need to focus on. And my thing is, if you're thinking about dating someone, then you're trying to do something other than talk. Because you can be friends with somebody and do homework and talk and, you know, hang out or whatever. But if you're trying to go to that next level, then that's when you put the girlfriend on there. Right. So how my mom was and my dad, we were just open to, you know, we never put color on anything. Love those who love you, respect those that respect you, and then you'll be happy. Because you can be with somebody of the same race and they beat you or they disrespect you. So do you still stay there because he's black?
Right.
You understand? So that's why I cannot put the color. But my thing is focus on yourself and make sure that you love yourself first.
That's right.
You know what love is.
Mommy advice,
you know
Lala.
Because even with my, not to go off on my daughter or go on daughters, but she had an issue within herself. Like, she didn't think she was pretty or she didn't like herself for some reason. I'm like, but I'm your mom. What are you talking about? I said, well, how are you trying to date and have someone like you when you don't even like you?
Right.
I said, you need to check yourself first. Look in the mirror. And you deal with you first. So my thing is to the sons, as far as dating, whoever loves and respects you the way you're supposed to be loved and respected, and that's the one I want for you.
That's right. So, Mama Jack.
Yes.
Domestic violence is real. Do you agree?
Yes, it is.
And a lot of times, you know, when you think domestic violence, you think about the man abusing the woman. So what advice would you give your son when it's his woman that's abusing him?
Walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away. And if you guys can't talk about it later on, you don't need to be together. Simple as that.
What's your take on that, Jam and Jay? Have you ever been hit by a woman?
Yes, I have.
What did you do?
Wasn't nothing I could do. You know, in the back of your mind as a man, you're thinking to yourself, you want to retaliate, but it's like I can't do it.
Right.
Because even if I did, knowing that she was the one that hit me first, the person that's going down is me.
Right.
Even if I would, I mean, what would I look like calling the police? You know, any man will tell you it looks embarrassing if we call the police saying that, well, my wife or my girlfriend hit me. You think in your mind, you're thinking you're going to get laughed at. Are you for real?
But
you didn't do anything?
Did you stay with her?
No. It was just a young lady that I had met at one time. We went out a few times, and she was, you know, we got into an argument about something, and she hit me.
Damn. That would be my advice to my son.
I just couldn't strike back.
Right.
Like you said, walk away. Don't tolerate it. You know, because if she did it once, just like men, if she did it once, she's going to do it again because now she think you're weak.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? And I'm going to need you to go so that your mama and your sister don't have to make a phone call.
Right.
You know? So just go on. Go on,
But if I
mama.
hit
Go on
back,
about your
I'm
business.
the one that's going to jail, not her.
And that's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So I just
you
said,
wound
ain't
up
me
in
doing
court and losing your job and all kind of
Right.
stuff over this chick when she the one started it. She started it.
Right.
I gotta have the consequences.
Wasn't about
All
to
you
go
did
there.
was defend yourself.
Wasn't about to go there.
Lady D's.
Well, my advice has evolved over the years.
Yes, because I remember what it used to be.
Because initially I told my son, you know, because there's some women that can fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Like,
I
dude.
told my son, first of all, we're two grown adults, and you have no business putting your hands on another adult. First of all, but I told him, if she hits you, to knock her butt out. Don't hurt her, but
What
knock
you
her
said
out.
was not fire.
I'm just telling you the truth. Knock her out, and then lean over and say,
Quote,
"Now,
unquote, knock
if
fire.
you don't want to end up there again, don't put your hands on me again."
I think they have anger management problems when they get to be that old and think that they're supposed to hit
On somebody, it's like,
anyone.
Yes.
don't stand there and take that. But now
Anger
it's
management,
different
that
now because I
goes
wouldn't
deep.
want my son going to jail. I
Right.
had no chicken head. You know, it's better just walk away and don't go back. That's what I got a problem with. You leave, but then you go back.
Right.
Why?
Right.
It's the same person.
Right.
It's the same thing with women. We shouldn't be
That is
tolerating
crazy
that
as I
type
don't
of
know why.
behavior.
Exactly.
Honey, let me tell you, 2 fingers in a biscuit.
I
ain't
tell
got
you,
time
if you
for it.
talk to me like you might hit me, I'm done.
But
'Cause
women
I'm
have
going
low
to jail.
self-esteem.
I'm just telling you.
Sometimes
Yeah.
that's why they get stuck in a rut
Well,
because you have low self-esteem.
So why do men stay? 'Cause
And
the porn ain't good.
that's Why? Sometimes,
You got good head.
whatever it takes. To keep them,
I'm trying to figure it out. 'Cause
Some
I
men
got
like to be hit.
Jackie, I got a friend. His wife be hitting him in the head with coffee cups. He come to work with Band-Aids and stuff. I'm like, hey, look, you're an attractive man.
No, he
he's
like
got a
that.
concussion.
He like it.
Why you tolerating that?
He like that because you know there's that rough
I
type
can't do it.
stuff.
Sis,
They like that. They
No.
like it.
and with my sons, I'm gonna tell you. You know what? I'm gonna go pack up your stuff for you, right? Because I'm not.
I'm going to jail.
Exactly. That was my next
I
statement.
have no advice because when you're dealing with a man or a woman that's in love and their heart's involved, they are not listening to you because their heart's involved. You don't want me involved? I'm at the door every single time. I'm dealing with the woman. I'm dealing with
went and got
her.
mine.
Just leave the door
I'm
unlocked. I'm
dealing.
on my way. Just leave. You
I'm
leave
sorry.
and leave the door unlocked.
Not
I'm gonna
mine.
be right there.
We fighting.
So if your sons were to come to you and say, "Mom, this girl I'm involved with, she's been hitting me or whatever," you all would go after her and
Yeah.
deal with her?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
a woman. We can fight woman
Okay.
to woman.
And he has a
I don't
sister.
want my son
It's
to put
going
your
That's
hands
what
down.
I
on me.
want to
I'm
find
through
out.
it. And I wish, y'all know I can be crazy. I can be crazy. But I'm a mom, and, I'm 100 when it comes to my kids, and especially my boys.
Yeah.
You're not going to be that chick that put my kids in a bad situation.
Right.
And think I'm going to be that mom that's going to be like, when he grown, he going to deal with his son. Baby, I'm right there. Because my son can't touch you. I'm not going to have my son in jail because you're ignorant.
Right.
No, I'm there.
We're in a situation now where, because we're in Orange County, they don't even have to really do anything, and they will say he did this, and they would believe
That's
her.
true.
So it's like, don't put yourself in a
That's
situation
true.
to where you gonna have me.
We just had a Sharon Stone moment over here with Lala. Peekaboo. Shut up.
We gonna get a lot of views tonight.
We gonna get what?
The views
Check one.
expressed. The views expressed do not reflect those.
They're gonna be seeing a whole bunch of hearts going up.
Parental discretion is
And
advised.
thank you very much.
The following program contains scenes that may be unusual when superfluous. Please stand by for more occupation.
Robert.
Damn, it's getting hot in here, girl.
It is getting hot in here. We'll have more after this.
All right.
No,
As I
no
was
more.
saying,
No more after this.
So we want to thank Jamie J. Lamont and Miss Jackie for coming on to the show. We really, really appreciate you guys. I told Jackie, I said, you know what? I had an interview with your son and Lulu Sugar, who used to be a part of our radio show. I said, you know what? They spoke so highly of you that I had to reach out to you. I said, I didn't know if you would get the message or not. I said, but I had to have you on.
Right.
And I
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you.
me. Thank
Been
you
a
for having me.
pleasure.
I love-
All
She
right.
didn't know me from Scott.
But I work in the entertainment business, so I understand. Everybody that's trying to get over, you try to help them, because I'm one that each one we gonna teach one.
That's
Yes.
right.
So we can all come together
All trying
in
to
this
come up.
ship, because
Right.
45 is not gonna break us up.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna stick
Say
together
that again.
more so
We got to.
now, and I hope you young ladies will raise your children better than what's been going on,
Oh,
because
yes.
when you don't raise them, they go to the streets, and the streets raise
So,
them.
Mom, I can't beat up my son's girlfriends.
Nah, don't violence. Let's not have the violence. Seriously, if you
Right.
raise them right, once you raise them right, they're gonna want more women like their mother.
Okay.
So you should be
That's a good point.
okay. Just show
Yeah.
them
Come
the
on
right
now.
way to go, and they're gonna be okay.
See,
'Cause
that's why you're here. Thank you
Kareem
for the
saw
advice.
me be nothing but a mother, a
Right.
dedicated mother. Made sure that he had his meals in the evening. Made sure he did his homework. Made sure he got to bed and got
That's
up and went to
parenting.
school in the morning.
Yes.
And that's what we have to do. We
Yes.
have to put our all in all into our children so they can be able to take care of us when we get old.
I love it.
Come on now.
See,
My
that's
daughter,
why you're here.
My daughter tells me she's going to get me a scooter and put me in a nursing home and bling it up. So,
I
Kadeja,
told-
I don't want that. I really don't.
I'm
I told
against
my
nursing
mama
homes.
it's cheaper for me to just book her regular cruises.
Yeah.
And she don't have to clean. She get to travel the world.
All day, every day.
No nursing home for her.
I'm
I got her
against nursing
covered.
homes. Yeah.
It's cheaper than a nursing home. Did you know
Right.
that?
Yes. Yes,
Right.
I've read the
We
statistics.
sent her to Ensenada for $400.
Cheaper than that.
That's a not. That's it.
Isn't it senior citizens?
No, I gotta get her a good. She not. You know, I can't get her in senior citizens living.
Oh.
So we know we ain't gonna get her a senior citizens discount on a cruise.
She get an AARP card.
She don't want none of that.
No.
See, you see that?
You wanna get
You see that? This is one of those modern 63-year-old mamas. She more like 40.
Yep. Yes, she is.
She more like 40.
Isn't she sexy?
Don't she?
But I'm almost 70, but I'm a cougar.
That's it. Oh, you
Come
know
on.
what?
No, I can't do
Won't they
cougar.
do it?
I can't do cougar.
She don't like the. She don't like the.
What about that
young
guy
ones.
you was dancing with on the dance floor on my birthday party?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a little different. That's my crush.
I can go out to a 50-year-old.
50. You do a 50. Would you do a 50?
Yes, she will.
No.
We're gonna do a dating game show for Lady D's.
Well,
We're gonna
okay,
find
let me
her a
back
man.
this up.
So we need to ask that question. Can we do 50?
I not consciously,
Okay.
and I say that because of the guy that I met at the play.
Okay.
I guarantee you, this guy is like in his 40s.
He was like.
He won't tell me.
He was like the.
He did. He was rubbing my legs. And I was like, and I moved my legs and shifted. And then he did. I was like,
Rubbing. So
He's still rubbing.
you know what? Lady D's
He
getting
said,
filled up
I
in the
touched your knee
play.
on
She
purpose.
felt
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So
Yo,
Jam and
God.
Jay,
Yes, ma'am.
tell the people where they can find you. We gotta wrap this up, y'all.
We'll wrap this up. I'm just wrapping it up. Okay, like that. Okay.
How you do at church, you know.
Oh yeah. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Jammin J Lamont. Spell it all the way out. JamminJay Lamont. And also I have my website, jamminjlamont.com. So just holler at
That's
me.
for those bookings, people.
Yeah, that's right. So holler at
he
me.
has enough
Let
books.
me know.
Welcome.
Not too much.
You stay
He's
busy.
really
No
good.
such thing. No such thing.
Stay really busy.
All right, you guys. I'm your girl, E Missy K. You can find me everywhere, EMISSYK.
Lady D's at Instagram and Twitter, and Doris Jean Drew on Facebook. Peace.
Blackstorm29 on Instagram, EMCK Loose Lip Show on Facebook, EMCK Loose Lip Show group as well.
And as Robert begins to roll our video, as I promised, I'm going to leave you beautiful ladies, you mothers, with these words. Never stop praying. Never stop praying for your babies, your daughters, your sons, because we have so much going on in this society right now that the only thing that covers our babies when they're not with us is prayer.
Amen.
So never stop praying. But they say pray without ceasing. And
Pray for
Come
the
on now.
world, the
pray
whole
for the whole world.
Right.
But I want to tell all you mothers that I appreciate you. I love you, and I thank you for taking time out to submit your pictures to us. They are lovely.
Yes, they
really
are.
made my day as they were coming through. It almost brought a tear to my eye. So thank you,
nice.
ladies, for taking the time to share your babies with us,
That's
because
so
they are
cool.
gorgeous. They are gorgeous.
You did?
Some of the ladies who submitted pictures, that's my girl right there. No, that's Floyd, our camera guy. But we want to thank you guys, and I wish you all a wonderful and happy
Right.
Mother's Day. You guys are phenomenal. Mom, did you have anything you want to say to the moms while our video plays out?
No, I agree with you in terms of praying to cover our children. Our children are really facing a whole lot of new traumas. And when they leave the house, before they leave the house, make sure you pray with your children. Pray with your children. Not just pray for them, but pray with your children. That way, teaching your children how to pray and how important it
Yes.
is to pray. You know, because they really need it. They need to be covered. So
Mama
as they walk out
Jackie.
that house.
I want everybody to make sure that you wear your crown straight, because we are queens, and don't let
Absolutely.
anybody tell you that you're not.
Nice.
Not only pray for your kids, listen to them. Even when they're not saying anything, they're saying something.
That's true.
Support them. Take them wherever you go on, whatever they're doing, even if they say they don't want it, be there. Let them know that you're there every step of the way. Again, support everything that they do, because we're the only one that stand there and know what they need. No one else is going to take care of your kids the way that you do, but you have to be there 100%. Stop allowing anyone else to make decisions on what goes on with your child. You had them, make sure you take care of them.
Nice.
fog out your eyes because you're watching I London Fall Studios.